study from an emerging construction market. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Nurul Noraziemah, and I'm from Malaysia. I'm from Universiti Teknologi Mara. So today I will be presenting about my topic is on structuring BIM outsourcing decision through a balanced scorecard lens. Okay, empirical study for emerging construction market. All right, so just a little bit about me. All right, so my PhD is on construction materials, and then currently I'm working more on the construction management, where I doing my research on BIM, on the machine learnings. Yeah. All right. So as you guys know, now BIM is an enabler. All right, enabler of for the project delivery, for the information transparency and lifecycle management. So I think everyone knows all the opportunities here, all the benefits of using BIM, and also the challenge of it. Right. So my research is actually we want to study what are the criteria that need to be considered whether we want to outsource or insource of BIM. All right. All right. So from this slide, okay, it shows the basic decision tension. Okay, whether we want to having the in-house BIM capability or we want to outsource. Okay, so from the one side here, you can see that whether the firms more we have the in-house BIM capability will give firms more internal control, okay, and helps retain the knowledge, okay. But it also will require the continuous investment, training, and then another side we have whether we can outsource the BIM, all right, where it allows firms to assess specialized criteria, okay. Maybe we'll have more flexibility and speed, okay, lower upfront capability, okay. From there is these are the criteria I'm considering, okay, regarding the cost, control, coordination, all right, knowledge transfer and data governance, okay. So basically for BIM outsourcing, okay, it should be viewed as a strategic decision, okay, not just having a decision without considering all the various criteria. So my research is basically to have a structured decision making, okay, where we only not look into only one criteria, for example, only on the financial, okay. We want also to see whether is it better coordination when we have a BIM outsource. Okay, that is what I'm trying to study. All right. Okay, so this is basically I want to find which decision criteria are given greater emphasis by construction stakeholder when considering BIM outsourcing. All right. So these are the criteria. Okay, so basically when I do the literature review, okay, we found that there are 5 main criteria: financial, customer, okay, internal process, learning growth, and regulation. All right. From there, we also have sub criteria. Okay, for example here, traditionally the balanced scorecard, it includes financial, customer, internal process, and learning growth. But when I do the for my study, I added a 5th dimension, which is the regulation. Okay, and then from there, okay, we ask, okay, how does the outsourcing, okay, affect the factors of cost, client confidence, workflow, capability, development, and governance. Okay, so basically we want to see that BIM outsourcing will not be evaluated by must be evaluated beyond the cost alone. All right. So basically, my study using a survey, right? To get the we get the criteria based on literature review, okay, and then we do a structuring of the criteria, and then do a questionnaire survey. All right. From there we do the analysis. Okay, so these are the findings. Okay, as you can see here, the patterns is quite balanced across all the 5 dimension. Okay, you can see that the highest is recorded to the internal process, and then follow with the customer criteria, and then the last criteria is financial. Okay, you can see also the difference between the highest and lowest criteria is only 1.79%. Okay, so it suggests that the BIM outsourcing decision are not only dominated by only one single factor. Okay, so rather than saying financial or customer is more important, it shows that there are a balance between when the firms make a decision whether want to outsource or having an in-source of the BIM. All right, and then we also see that that the financial dimension is having the lowest ranking. Okay, so the financial consideration from this study, I found that it ranked the lowest. Okay, but it doesn't show that the cost is not important, but it just suggests that the BIM or source is not viewed only as a cost cutting decision. Okay, where they also look into the internal process, whether they look into as you see here, the internal process is ranked the highest. Okay, which shows that they are more see that it is important for having a good by outsourcing they will get a good coordination. Okay, the workflow will be more efficient, and then the schedule will be more reliable. Okay, yeah, that so from there, and then we can also see here BIM outsourcing also it sits between the two logic. Okay, one is transaction efficiency. Okay, where firms reduce the coordination burden. All right, coordination burden. Okay, the other is capability enhancement. All right, where the firm assess expertise but not yet exist internally. All right. This one is showing the top 10, the top 6 of the sub criteria based on the mean score. Okay. It shows that the highest rank item is improve client confidence and trust. The second, help project stays on schedule. Okay, and then followed by a reduced workload of internal supervision. Okay, so it shows that okay, they shows that they consider about the client, about the customer, and the internal process is the main criteria that being considered when the client when the firms want to decide whether want to outsource or not. Okay, so to conclude, this study is actually it shows you a structural way to examine the BIM outsourcing decision. Okay, where I'm using the Balanced Scorecard based framework. Okay, however, my research, okay, there are some limitation where I do not check whether the decision will affect the project performance or not. Okay, by outsource or in-source. Okay, so for the future research, it should be focused more on whether whether want to outsource or in-source will affect the project performance or not. And also, I do not do any cross-country comparison. Okay, so but what I'm trying, but my study shows that BIM outsourcing should be considered through structural lens that balance between the cost, project delivery capability, and governance requirement. Okay, so I that's all from me. Okay, thank you everyone.
So, any questions for our last presenter?